Well, thank you, Ewan, and thank you, Prop, so much. Well, we spoke about burnout, but we also need to talk about solutions. And yeah, at Expresso, your Feel Good Morning Show, of course, we push solutions at every single point. And a solution in particular to burnout is to take a break and prioritize mental health by bonding with one another. And also, and it's one of my favorite things, it's called ecotherapy, of course, experiencing nature. This morning, we connect with the Kaltsha Hiking Club, a vibrant community dedicated to promoting health and wellness through hiking adventures across the mother city. And right now, I get to chat to Buhle Makeleni. So excited to get into conversation just around this hiking club, where it started, what it's about, and how I can be a part of this. Buhle, welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me on the show.
Of course. Let's talk about where this actually started for you. Why did you feel the need to start up a hiking club? I feel like, and I don't know if I can say this, but hiking, I feel for the longest time, was always associated with a particular group of people. But I mean, if you're a little melanated, you can also find yourself in the mountains. So how did this come about for you?
Okay, so it started in 2022, originally from Kaltsha. So the main thing that we were trying to do was to get people off the street, especially kids off the street. So when we started as a group of 5. Well, and now we are in a group of 3 as the leaders of the club. But when we started, the main purpose was to get kids off the street, obviously. And what we are doing is we have hikes every second Saturday of a month, but it's seasonal hike. So it's September to September because we have winter as well. So during winter, we can't do any hikes. So the reason for it to start, obviously to get kids off the street, but most importantly to improve the mental and physical health of everyone around, yes.
And I love that you touched on that, because I was going to ask you about that direct impact. I mean, even though you said not in winter, try when it's not raining to find myself in the outdoors, just so that I can also find some sort of peace of mind, right? So for these children, and I know it's between the ages of 9 and all the way until you can, manage yourself out there. Have you found any direct impact that it really has had on them?
Okay, so as we take kids for hikes, like you just mentioned, we take from 9 years. We can't take younger than that at the moment because we are scared of the risk because it's kids. But we can try to take them for beginners hike, meaning we can take them to Newlands because it's a smooth, walkable hike. But at the moment, for physical and mental health, kids have improved a lot. As much as hiking is hiking, we also consider it as a sport. So if ever they are not active in other sports, we know that they can be active in hiking. And hiking can improve their physical and mental health, and also can give them time to meditate while they're hiking through the mountains.
You are the founder and the president of the Kaltsha Hiking Club, and I'm very curious about why hiking is so important to you. Is it something that you grew up with, or did you just kind of find your love for it as you moved along?
Honestly, I didn't grow up hiking at all. We started with a group of 5, like I mentioned. They liked hiking. My partners, they used to hike every time. And then we met, and then we decided to come together to create something. And we had this idea of, you know what, this is something that is outside of Kaltsha, and we would like to bring something like this to Kaltsha because hiking is seen as something that can't be done just about anyway. So we were like, okay, let's just bring this type of sport instead of playing soccer and the normal sports to kids that might have a different view of hiking. So we just decided to start it in Kaltsha, and it started in Kaltsha originally. That's why we wrote it as Cape Kaltsha with a K-A, not C-U, because we wanted the origin of it to remain as it is. But as it started in Kaltsha, it has grew into different areas now because we're trying to change the impact that it has in people's lives.
Of course. And which other areas are you now in outside of Kaltsha, across the greater Cape Town?
Everywhere in Cape Town. We in Guguletu, we in Kaltsha, we're in Nyanga, we're in Philippi, wherever you stay. But as long as you have the interest of hiking, you are available, and we just give you the transportation and we take you from where you stay and we drop you off after the hike. We provide food, we provide drinks, we provide water, and all the energy things you will need to continue with the hike.
Of course. And I love what you're saying, because not only is it a beautiful space to be out in the mountain, connecting with nature, which is for everyone, but also you're connecting with other people and you're meeting them where they're at and perhaps even guiding them along their own journeys of life from the age of 9 all the way up to perhaps people that are your age as well. So well done, well done, well done. If Raul was here, he is our local nature boy. He would also say big well done to you, Buhle. What has been your favorite hike so far?
My most favorite one was Constantianik. It's a very long 4-hour hike. 4 hours to go, 2 hours to come back. That's like 6 hours. So how we do it is we start hiking at 6 to 7, because we want to do the hike, and then if you have other plans for the day, we can still continue with your plans for the day. So what I do, I wake up at 3, 2:30 to 3 in the morning.
The sun's not even out yet.
Because I need to make sure the transport are in the right places.
Right.
I need to make sure that the food is prepared. I need to make sure that all the drinks, and remember, before the hike, we always count how many people we're taking with us.
Yes.
So we normally take 30.
Wow.
To
30.
35. Yes.
Wow.
Every hike is either 29, 30 going up. So we organize 2 cars, even 3 sometimes, maybe 2 15-seater car and 1 small car to accommodate everyone. Remember, now we are picking up from different areas. 1 car must go to Philippi, 1 must go to Kaltsha. Now I must wake up at 3 to say, driver, first pick up is at second pick up is at this place, and the driver must be there on the time. So, and then I'm the last one to be picked up because I need to make sure that everyone was there. So as much as it's fun and it's active and it's what we love to do, it's also challenging sometimes.
Of course. Are there any moments with the kids perhaps that were hiking that stand out to you? Perhaps they said something or experienced something in the mountains that you want to talk about?
Okay, there's this other time we went to Lion's Head and it was very windy. Remember, we started hiking in the morning. So by the time they told us that they are closing, we were already inside.
Right.
And now we are stuck in between rocks. We're like, are we going down? Are we staying here? We had to hold ourselves together.
Wow.
Like in a circle so that we can stand on the top.
And not be blown off the mountain.
Yes, because there was no way of us going down at that moment because the wind was still very, very, very heavy.
Wow.
So we had to stand there, and as much as it was scary, they enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I
and
was
it taught them a life lesson.
And when I say it was everywhere on TikTok, it was everywhere. They were like, what have you been going through? But trust me, they enjoyed it like crazy.
Wow.
And then every time we start a hike, remember, we're coming from different backgrounds, different environments and stuff like that. So every time when we're starting a hike, we make a circle of ice break where we're telling you, you can't partner with the person you came with. It's time to socialize. It's time to communicate with other people. It's time to make friends.
Absolutely.
And then in that communication, when you're hiking up the mountains, you have to communicate with the person next to you about whatever you need, whatever you're going through and whatever. And then when we're coming back, the person you were talking to has to tell us what they know about the other person, so that we can...
So deep connection is formed.
Yes, so that we can know that as much as you were hiking, you're also focused. When you get to the bottom as well, you have questions. For example, Constantia has 3 dams when you're hiking. So when you get... Obviously, we don't tell them that we're going to ask questions.
Yes.
So when you come back, we'll be like, how many dams did you pass?
You
what
test
was the
them.
name of the dams that we passed? So those
It's
are
an education at the same time
those
as
are the
it's
type of
immersing in
activities we
nature.
try to do, yes.
Firstly, that is wonderful. Quickly, the handle so people can find you online. How do I find you on social media?
On also social media, it's Cape Kaltsha Hiking Club at 2022.
Well, there you have it, folks. Cape Kaltsha Hiking Club 2022. Give them a follow and make sure that if you are in any of those communities or just in Cape Town in general, that you definitely get involved with this goodness that Butle has created. That's where we wrap up things for now. Let's head over to Josie to see what Zanele is getting up to.